Our founder, Steve Siemens, had a company doing glass walls and partitions, workplace, and there was a lot of acoustic issues with all those hard surfaces. So he found a company that was making this recycled PET felt. So it's 100% recycled material that would help cut the reverberation within the space. At that time, really with acoustic solutions, you had a lot of egg foam, a lot of gray, black, and boring products. So this enabled him to bring in different colors, different textures, different materials, so it really kind of took off.
Our felt supplier, they actually began in automotive felt. And so that actually is very much not a designed product. There's nothing aesthetic about it, it's purely functional. Steve's partner at the time, Sass, she was like, well, what if we make it colorful? Can you make colors? And they said, well, if you buy X amount. So there was a big risk involved in going with this new material, but it also brought a new side of the business to our felt supplier as well. So it's kind of interesting from the need of design that they could build their business with us as well in a whole different area. And I guess that goes into some of our guiding principles, which is expect the unexpected, because you never quite know if you keep your eyes open, if you think about things in a different way, from a new perspective, that you can bring something to exactly that you can bring something to the market that people didn't even realize that they needed. So it's kind of a really cool way to think about how we work within the company today.
It's hard for me to pick a favorite. But I think one of my go-tos is going to be the Buzzy pleat. Now we've expanded from just the felt material that we work with, so we have our upholstered foam products that are unique to BuzziSpace, but the felt is the kind of the basic DNA of BuzziSpace, but we fold it, we sew it, it's all hand sewn. And actually our large 59-inch version takes, 5 meters of felt, so something like 40 feet of material, so there's a lot of material going in there, and it's kind of deceptive. You wouldn't necessarily look at that and see how much product is actually going into that particular fixture to make it such a powerful sound-absorbing light fixture.
The dome is a really beautiful product, and I think that also flows into a lot of internal design and exterior designers that we work with. They are very influenced by fashion. So the pleat is a smocking technique like you would do for clothing, and the dome, the top of it, which actually came from the design of the hat, but I like the way the dome looks better, is that the top is like a baseball hat. So it has those seams that come together in the middle with a little button on the top. So it's just like beautifully finished, and those details I think are a great example of BuzziSpace product innovation, along with, again, pulling together a really aesthetic design.
I'm most excited about a project that we just closed last month, and it's for a video game company for all ages. Very colorful, very exciting project, so I can leave it at that, but it's going to be over 144 of our Buzzy jets, and multiple sizes, multiple colors, and they're using it throughout the office space, so it's actually going to be an acoustic powerhouse of bright, colorful Buzzy jet fixtures. Super excited to see how this one comes out. And the plan, when you look at the ceiling plan, you just see all these circles everywhere. It's just going to be this crazy, beautiful Buzzy install. So very excited to see that one come through.
It is a product line that makes people smile. And I think if you're going back to humanity, that is super important. I've sold all kinds of stuff like this, and it is dull. It's necessity, but it does not inspire any kind of joy. So with BuzziSpace, you bring out the photos, they see the color, they hear the story, and people start to smile and become very engaged. So I think that that is always something we want to be able to bring to people, is that joy and helping them then, next step, create a very well thought out project.
One of our philosophies is the happy, healthy space. So BuzziSpace has so many different ways to help with that, whether it's the lighting, the wall solutions, our furniture. I think exactly what Genevieve said about bringing the smile to people's face, you know, that's just a fun feeling, and I think it's great that we're able to already have a bond with somebody when they look at this image on the cover here, and then they think about something in a totally different way, like, oh, I wouldn't have thought of having all these crazy colors in my job, or, you know, how can we inspire them or take it to the next level with them, I think is a great thing that we can work on with people.
Looking at things outside of your industry, paying attention to what's happening in fashion and hospitality, how things sound, how they smell, you know, like where did that come from? What is that inspiration? Trying to gather in all those things that are, you know, happening around us and applying them into, you know, what we produce. We've never been super focused on anything other than we really make beautiful things to help people be inspired and help them create. And then being curious of the inspiration we choose, what's the feedback we're getting from our clients. And we do a lot with giving them sneak peeks of what's in prototype right now, because we're curious to know, what do you think about where we're starting with something? Are we moving in the right direction? What's your feedback on it? A constant desire to know, what is the client thinking right now, and are we moving in the right direction? I think that you can't imagine how good it makes someone feel to ask them what they think. It's super simple. So, and then you just listen.